All right, well, we got a pretty cool opportunity to kind of show off a G2700 that's got a lot of the options that are already on it. So I'm just going to run through this machine without a big rush to try and explain what everything is. So standard display gives all your information. I really like on the left you're going to see your water temperature, and on the right side you're going to see your DPF soot level. And you can see right now our soot level, we're on level 1. There's 5 stages. And with that, there's a switch down here where you can turn it off if you needed to, if you wanted to eliminate high temperatures from your exhaust. If you put it in the middle, it's on. It'll auto regen whenever needed. And if you need to manually regen this, I just push the button that says OK, but if it was up in level 1 or 2, we could press and hold that and force a manual regen without having to go to the dealer or plug into Kubota software or any of that stuff. It's cool, you get it right from the cab. RPMs on the left side here, fuel level on the right, and as far as on the other switches on the dash here, there's a override. You have to press and hold this, and then you run your rocker switch for your auxiliary hydraulics, and that will undo our hydraulic quick attach right there. There's a cylinder on either side that runs those in and out. It works awesome. This machine has cruise control on it, so you could set a speed, hit that, and it'll actually hold that speed. We've got hazards on this unit because we have the highway lights, and then with that, we've got our high and low beams, horn, turn signals, left and right, which is pretty neat. Also, this is a cab unit. It does have heat, and another option you can do on this I think is pretty cool. Throw that down. You can lock that door open part way, so if you're driving it, you're going to get some air coming in here. We have the same thing available on here. And of course, these go all the way open also if we want to open them up. So, okay, well, I'm going to move this around, get it out of the way here for a minute. Got ourselves in some tight confines here. We also have our speed there. It's in kilometers. I need to change that to imperial so it'll read miles per hour, but anyway, that's how that's set up. We've got some vents here for defrost or blowing it on the, we can put it on the window or wherever we want. We're going to open this up. If you push this, it locks back. On this side, same thing. Push it, it locks back. Okay, now in the back, we have our heater controls, and then we have, this particular unit has high flow on it, so we have our high flow switches here. And our joystick. Joystick has a lot of functionality on it. This rocker switch on the left is our forward, neutral, and reverse. This rocker switch on the right, it's proportional hydraulics. So, depending on where we move this, if I move it right here, I'm only going to get 1 or 2 gallons per minute versus full flow. You can vary your flow on that. 2-speed ground drive on this machine. It does 18.6 at high. Don't remember the exact number in low range, roughly 10, but so you can switch that from high to low here. This does have diff lock on it, so both front and rear axles are open differential. Until you click this, you'll have a display come on, or you'll have a light come on the display, and that will lock the differentials solid. And you'll feel it if you're on asphalt, and if you're in slippery stuff, you got all the traction you need. We've got some other buttons and functions on here that go to our 14-pin connector in the front. Underneath the front, it's hard to show from this angle, but there's another switch kind of like this, and it does the same function. So if you don't want to use your thumb to do your auxiliary hydraulics, you can use your finger down below. So this unit has pro inching, so if we hold our approaching pedal and run this up, we can run up our engine RPMs and hold them there and vary that as we want. So if we were running an implement in the front and wanted a certain engine RPM, we can set it up here without having to use our foot throttle. This is our, it has a ride control on it, or boom control, where if you turn this on, it will, if you're carrying a load, it will give suspension basically to that. So we'll get this fired up here. Let's get this ready. So since I got it running, I'll show you on the display here. I have the ride boom control on now, ride control, and there it is off. So I'll zoom back out. If I press this left pedal and I go to this dial, I can let go of that pedal, and now I can control my engine RPMs separately. So if I go to put it forward now, it won't go anywhere until I give some input to the pedal. But my throttle is set, but now I can control my ground speed off of my foot. Now, from here, this is pretty cool. We're running, once again, it's in metric, but if we go and hit our cruise control button, and we're doing 1.7 miles an hour, cruise control is now set. I have my foot off the throttle down here, or the ground drive, and we are going to maintain that ground drive speed. So if you were mowing or snow blowing or whatever application, you can do a preset speed. Now if you want to go past that, you can speed up, let go of the pedal, it'll go right back to your preset speed again. So that's how that works. And shut her back off there. Okay. Bring this back down. Now the rest of these switches here, we have a lockout for our joystick, rear windshield wiper, front windshield wiper. This is for our strobe lights, so this machine actually has strobe lights. So I'm gonna, there's a middle one. This is on here. And then we have a loader light. We have cab lights, front and rear. So I'll turn all those on. We'll step out in a minute and show you where those are all at. Radio with AM, FM. It also has a USB input as well as an auxiliary port. Oh, something I did kind of forget to mention, hard to show here, but the seat itself has air, oops, gotta have the key on. This has air ride on it. So you can push it to give yourself some more seat suspension or bleed it back off. And then the seat is also heated on this particular unit too. And that switches on the back of the seat. So left side, all we have over here is our park brake. And that pretty much sums up our controls in the cab here. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna show you the lights on this unit so that we see what those all look like. And here's some more vents and speakers and lights in the up in the back there. You do have adjustable armrest that you can either throw down or lift up, and then the heated seat switch is right here on the back for the heated seat. This particular machine has the X-Track 33 15.5 tires on it. Fuel tank is up in the front. These are the highway lights. So there's actually a low beam and a high beam on that, and then there's also turn signals on the outside. So pretty neat there. And then those also are in the rear. So you have in the back here, those lights on the outside are brake lights and turn lights for you. And then there's also a connector here in the back. And then this one has the ball coupler or the pin hitch on it. Access to the engine. It's got a tilt-away hood. Obviously we'd need to move our windows out of the way, but good access to our engine. 50 horse Kubota. Cabin filter for our heater. Here's another view of those switches. And I was trying to explain from inside the cab, but this is the variable hydraulic flow, same as this one here. So they both do the same thing. It's redundant one way or the other. Oh, I was going to show you when I was in there. This steering column has tilt on it, so you can tilt it to or from you. What else can I show you? This is our high flow hookups, and then our standard flow with a case drain here, and then we also have a 14-pin electrical connector. So if you're going to be putting attachments on that have some electrical needs, it's already pre-wired. And this is probably a better view of our hydraulic quick connect on the adapter plate here. All right, so you can see our strobes going there, our cab lights. Must have turned off our lights. Let's turn these back on. Let's see if I can show it to you when I do it. There's our low, there's our high, there's our turn signal. And I'll go to the back to show you our turn signal in the rear too. So obviously, if this was going to be a snowplow type machine, pretty handy for getting out and about, being safe out on the roads. So, okay, there's a. Hopefully, it wasn't too long, but I wanted to give you a quick run through this particular machine. So, let us know if you got more questions.